Well, hello. This is Victoria's Oregon Bus, and it's January 7th or 8th. And I am creating here out of an old tarp, which I'm going to cover or spray with Flex Seal, because as you can see through the light, it's pretty porous. But I'm making a hot tent, and I had to expand the back, and I still have grommets I'm going to attach to here. This is a spear piece that's going over. I was going to put that on the inside, but it's not working so good, so that's going out here. And I might have to do some cutting along the base. I had to get some heat pads. They're not working very good in order to heat up the tape, because it is cold. So that was my solution, is to get hand warmers and run the hand warmers up and down the Gorilla Tape to warm it up. Over here, and these here, don't buy the cheap ones. Those are some kind of generic cheap ones I bought, and half of them don't work. Right here is a diesel heater. Instead of putting a hole through the ceiling and running that in it, I've got that all set. I could use that if I wanted to. Instead of using that, I am going to run a diesel heater, and these are all the 1,000,001 parts. And like Slim Potato Head said, the directions are very, very difficult, and I've got to figure this out by all kinds of things. This here is a fuel line. There's the fuel pump, which I'm going to insulate with soundproof stuff, because it makes a lot of noise. All these little parts have got to go back inside this bag, but this here goes to that, which connects to the ends of that. And here's my muffler, which I'm assuming goes to this, because that doesn't fit on the end of it, but this does. So I'm assuming that's the muffler. And it's got clamps for everybody and everything, and little tie straps to hold everything up. And I don't know what all these little bibbits do. Then we've got the electronic part. It doesn't look like the timer. I saw everybody else have a thermostat. No thermostat came with this. It's supposed to have a thermostat, and it didn't. There's my gas line. There's the electric components. And it does run off from 12 volts of some sort, so I have to figure out how that's going to work. But there's my generator, which does not want to start. I'm very disappointed in that. But I'm working on this tent right now. That's my big project, to get the tent finished. I just folded this back and doubled it. It comes around the front here, and I need to make that more of an arch. Unfortunately, I didn't measure and cut properly, so now I have to patchwork quilt. But since this tarp is so porous, put the chair in there just to push the flap that's dangling in the breeze back there. I've got to connect somehow or another all of this inside and outside tarp. And then like I said, I'm going to get some of that spray Flex Seal. I think I'll go white, because this is a winter tent, and kind of spray it so all the tape doesn't show. You can't see very good because it's getting dark, but this is my secondary flap that I'm trying to put over this way here, and then that's going to get taped right up there, and then that gives me the back that I need to come down. It's not long enough in the back. It's not long in the front either, really, but I want it big enough in there so I can put a floor and connect the floor somehow to this. Once it's pushed out, this will be nice and big inside, and it's going to be insulated. I think I'm also going to tie that to the inside once I get it all fixed up on the outside. I might have to take it down in order to do this right, but this is my big project. And I could have a wood stove, but I don't know. I guess I'm just getting old. At 68, I don't want to get up every 5 minutes, even though I have to anyway. I feed a wood stove. You know, it's just not fun. I've done it for a lot of years, and feeding a wood stove just doesn't make me very happy. So I'm going to cut a hole somewhere where I want the heater to come through on the bottom. So there'll be an electrical port on the bottom, and there's going to be a hole for the little doohickey there, and then I can pipe that right in the bottom of the tent. Actually, I don't even have to make a hole, because this tent is just basically staked down, and if you want a floor, you put the floor on the inside. I don't want it to get too heavy, and if I keep putting layer after layer on it, it's going to get really heavy, and I don't know how this is going to work. If I had snow, I could stake this out properly, but I have to put something right about there, midway, grommets, and I've got some grommets coming so I can do this right. And I got 3 rolls of tape, and then in case I do want to put my tent stove in, this stuff here, just FYI, if anybody wants to do something like this, or you want to make a port, this is silicone, fireproof silicone, and it's really paper thin, and it's called Bright Kitchen silicone, no stick screen. You can bake in an oven with this, so you could put this like